Okay, I just want to give you a quick shot play. I like this play just to see if something's going to like pop. So I'm looking from the outside in. I'm looking at circle and R1 just to see if anything is there for me. Pretty much if they take the coverage and like roll the coverage down, safety comes flying down to the flat, or some type of aggressive coverage, then you can go from there. Okay. Otherwise, we're kind of looking for the back is kind of like our fail safe. Like we need to get the ball out to him quickly because of the zone pressure, the swing of the back, or the over route is pretty much the two safe routes. Besides that, really, cover one matchup right there or some sort of match coverage. You might be able to go for that wheel, so you kind of look for it. But if we're getting soft passive coverage like this, that's an example there where I should just probably run with the ball. All right. But again, this is a shot play. This is not designed to be an actual, like, hey, we're going to scheme this up. We're just going to take a shot. If not, we got some nice little underneath plays to help us out. All right. So that's the play. Motion pump and go out of gun wire off week or gun trough in the Coen language. Okay, so the next one up is going to be the bang swirls play. I decided to move one of them out of the original call sheet and move it to third down and keep this one here out of empty in this situation. This needs to be on the 16-yard line. All right. And it could be, sorry, 16 to 12. Okay. You can kind of move it down to the 12 if you need to. Try to give you guys a range so you're not just stuck in that situation. My favorite guy to look at, honestly, is the swirl by the tight end. Make sure you have a good tight end that likes his route more than any other. Um, this route does work well versus cover two, though, to the field. The swirls kind of get open pretty well, but you're pretty much reading the swirls to your check down. Okay, that's pretty much it. Just pick a side, go with it. Don't try to read both sides of the field. And then you do have the guy in the middle doing his what is it called? The hook and go. That's probably good versus a user, to be honest with you. I don't know how great it is versus the computer, but versus a user, you can kind of look that guy up. I'm getting some really, really bad looks right now. So kind of show you the play. They're really sitting back. But again, if you get that, guys are sitting back like this and you don't like it, just check it down. All right, get your 5, 10 yards and then just go from there. Trying to show you how the swirl can kind of get open. It's basically a curl route. As we know, it works out as a corner, then sits down like a curl. But we're not getting any coverage right now in this film. Let me actually have to dial something up for you real quick. I don't like to throw it like right there. R1 had two players there. Um, I don't like when there's a safety and a corner over there. I try to stay away from it then. So really just want that single matchup. If you don't like it, just check it down. Sorry, I'm not getting the swirls in there for you guys, but it is a good play. Trust me. Take a look at it, see if you like it. Talk to you later. Okay, next one is Aggie. You guys know this. 20 to the 10. Not going to spend a lot of time on it. This is down by the 10. All right. You're just working the inside seams. If you don't like it, you can just check it to your back. This is a time that I think the tight end actually does a good job of getting open versus zone coverage. Um, he will kind of curl up in the back of the end zone, so you can kind of wait until then if you have to. But if you don't like this coverage, definitely get out of it. Try to run the ball, try to get out of it. Some people might say now you could probably put some outside routes. I know a lot of people are cheesing up with the speed out cut. I wouldn't really live on that. I really want to get this ball down the middle, all right? And that's why I'm down by the 10. Obviously, if you have a little more space and sit on it a little bit longer if you're out by the 20. But we had a lot of verticals that we needed to get done. This is a good time to get into um, under center football, probably surprise a lot of people, and just put that ball in your tight end for the most part, all right? Okay, so the second part is going to be the next one. It's going to be special. We're going to do it out of gun bunch. And this is again going to be 10 to the 20. Really, what we're working for here, when we're deeper, brother, I put the ball on the left hash here. When we're deeper, we kind of want to look for that route that gets over the ball at number 3. I feel like it gets open pretty well. This route right here. Just be careful of the backside safety. That route does a nice job of getting open. You might actually want to take your outside, if you can, take your outside receiver and put him on a corner. That would just kind of open up the window a little bit. If you don't like any of it, of course, just check it down to your back. The first read, though, honestly, still is your tight end that's working that little route right here. That's the first read. Obviously, it's not going to get you a touchdown at the 20, but if we move this bad boy up to the 10, you'd be looking at that primarily, okay? Always just kind of peek to see if you can get this route right here. That's a good little route still to hit there, but if you're looking from that to the tight end area, you should be good. All right. Simple concepts, good to go. Okay, the next one is going to be Cherokee at a wing slot weak, which in their language is gun west slot. All right. We're going to use the mesh halfback corner play here and just come out in random. We're going to start in the 15-yard line, but we can go all the way down to the 5. What I like about the 15 is just going through the progression left to right and looking at that post first, actually. Okay. You can get that post in there. Bad job by me. You can squeeze it in there. The post is not there. If somebody's sitting in that window, then obviously you can look for the corner of the halfback to also the shallow coming across. Pretty much the same time read there. So you don't like it, we throw it to the underneath guy, working that left side of the field. Work like a sprinkler. We'll go from left to right, and then we will obviously work the other side if needed. That was a bad decision. So it's really 1 post, 2 corner, 2A corner, 2B underneath route, right? That one looked really crazy. Hold on. Sorry. Bugged out there for a second. Kind of show you this post. It's not there right now, but the corner is going to be there. This is originally in their playbook more of a wheel. So if you want to, again, put this on a wheel, you can. This is a play that we already talked about already. So if you remember it, we talked about it, I think, in 3rd down. So where is it at? Wheel. You can see I don't do this too often because I don't even know where it's at underneath. So if you want to treat it like this, you can. Let's take advantage of this post ball right here. There we go. Catch. And go from there, okay? But we could take this down to all the way down to the 5-yard line. Thing I like about this down the 5 is, okay, the post is pretty much dead. So we're just looking pretty much the corner to the shallow. It was hot. Just do it quick. So the corner of the halfback can still get open down here, even at the 5-yard line, which is pretty nifty. Not going to wait for it to get open there. Okay. So that's an easy play. I think you guys will like it. 15 down to the 5. Cherokee. Okay, the next play, I already pulled it up here. It is going to be out of 10 personnel. Gun trips, halfback weak, steamer. We can run it all the way down here at the 5. Really no adjustments needed. I still like to put number 1 if I can on a smoke route, but here, the funny thing here is that we're just looking for the 2 inside guys. I didn't throw the ball right there. I apologize, but the 2 inside guys are our primary keys down here when we're this close. Sometimes you might get the whatchamacallit, the corner route. I mean the fade route, I'm sorry, to actually be open in the back of the end zone. Let me show it to you. So don't be surprised if this guy does get open back here. He kind of runs to the corner. So at the corner, I wouldn't, I wouldn't mess around with it too much, but just know it's there for you. Trying to show you an example, but for whatever reason, I really like the halfback here. I think that's the guy that kind of sneaks open more than anybody else. We do have the out route. Well, it's a really bad throw. Now, I sometimes get these buttons confused. For whatever reason, this formation screws with me. R1 is the inside receiver. X is your number 2. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, X in regular trips is the other way around. Let me just double check. I'm having some brain farts here, and I'm trying to figure out why. I think that's the reason. Yeah, X is usually your tight end. So just remind yourself down here so that the buttons are different, okay? But it's a good play to use. And then obviously when we're backed up, you guys can imagine it's going to be giving you that shot down the field. Try to take advantage of it. Let me see if I get back into it real quick. All right. So when we're down the field, about 15 yards down the field. Now you want to kind of sit to see if you can get the outside guy open for you. It's one-on-one. You might want to take a chance. But really, we're looking for some sort of coverage like cover two or some sort of match zone like this that might get there. Just put the ball on him. I've made that mistake a few times. Don't try to pass lead this. Just give it to him. I keep doing the same thing. I keep pass leading this ball at an instinct. Just give it to him right now. Okay. All right. So that's a good play. I think you guys will like that one. Steamer down there in the red zone. Okay, the next one we're looking at is shotgun, tight wide off, jet touch pass. Okay. Pretty simple concept. Don't really have to spend a lot of time on it. We're going to run this from the 13 to the 5. We're on the 5 right now, so just get to the corner. One thing I try to do is try not to press the turbo button too soon, just in case I have to cut up. Also, that it gets guys to get off their blocks a lot faster. You might have to run backwards a little bit to get forward. All right, so it's pretty simple. I think the 5 yard line is, you can run this obviously anytime, anywhere, but I want to save it for the 13 to the 5. Okay. Okay, the next one is going to be choice Stucko. Tight Y off weak. This one here, we're going to use motion to give ourselves a nice little man zone tell. We can run this down by the 5 as well. This time, when you look at the play, the running back is blocking. So when you motion him out, he's automatically going to give himself a little hitch, which is perfectly fine. Nobody works out with him. We know if we can here, try to put our receiver number 1 on a hitch. Who's going to work from him? Try to work this tight end. Nobody was open there, so we got to run. Just easy 1-2 read. Go from there. Now we do have 2 outbreaking routes that you can take a look at versus man-to-man coverage. Now that was, I think, a safety that went to go play the running back. So that would be a key that this could be man-to-man. All right. So there goes on the slant. It gets a little murky in there. Just wait on it a little bit longer. Here goes our motion. Now a linebacker's going out there, so we know it's man-to-man. Easy touchdown. All right, so that's that play. It's a good play. We saved it for down here in the red zone. We can run this all the way from the 12-yard line into the 5. Okay, that's my recommended suggestion. We have good old locker play. The whole play is actually called Blaze Out Locker, but I just called it locker for now. Saved this for down here in the red zone. It's actually an interesting play to work with. You could do it from the 5-yard line. That's the case. Look over the middle of the field first. Try to get this little ball in there in the back line right there off the play action. Okay. But we can also obviously move this back to about the 10 to the 11. We can make this a little bit deeper. I look outside first, and then I look to the middle of the field next. Okay. So 1 to 2. The out route is there for you sometimes too. So maybe if you had to choose, it would be really more like look for the out first over here on the right, and then look for the middle of the field. There's somebody there, quickly throw it to the back. So it's more like 2A and 2B, okay? It's good to have some play action here for us here, down here in the low red zone. Or we're still technically in the high red zone. We're at the very end of the high red zone. So 11 down to the 5. Okay, the last one that we have for the quote unquote high red zone from the 10 to the 5 is going to be it's going to be flag swab, which is smash return from bunch Y flex. All right, so we can run this from the 10. We're kind of close. We're pretty much on the 10 right now. The read again goes from outside in, so you're looking for the flag to the corner. That's pretty much 1A, 1B. Then you're looking to the middle of the field on that dig, and then you're looking to your shallow. Okay, so 1A almost was there. For some reason, I wanted to throw 1A. I did not. I kind of hesitated. This probably is going to be more of a 1 throw, 2 throw. The more that I look at this is more anytime you get flag, and I forgot I do this with flag bow, it's probably off a 2 second count. So it's not going to be, this is going to be a blitz. It's going to throw it to the hot right here, the shallow. It's going to be more one throw, two throw, and then you make a decision. Then you're going to have to swing back around to the dig pretty much on that three throw timing. That's going to be not the easiest thing in the world, but it should be there for you if the first two things are not, if not the shallow. So it's more like 2A and B, 3A and B, and that's not the easiest thing to do in the world. You might find yourself having to scramble a little bit there. I was waiting for that backline dig to open up there. Computer's giving me a lot of decent coverage, but this is a good play, guys. I think it's going to be good. The closer you get to, I think it might open up even better. I know we're on the 4 right now, but that's okay. See, I definitely should have thrown the China route. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing right. I forced it. Forced it. Not a good showing from Geronimo right here. Taking it for granted. Taking it now. All right. The computer does do a good job sometimes of coming down here. If you see somebody kind of floating there, don't just assume he's not going to come down on it. All right. So the way I look at this play right here, it could be a lot of busy traffic in here. I think that backline guy, if you can get some time, is somebody you might want to look at a little bit sooner in the progression. Now I got what I want. Those are the two main guys. And then if you get all out pressure, you got to look for that shallow. Okay. It's a good play. Trust me. I didn't give a great showing of it right there, but I think you guys will like it.